Boys, we got that Equinox out here and got this legend. Here's a hole right here, boys. You see the fall down there? There's a quarter sitting off to the right of it down there on the same plane. You see that tape measure right there? If you look at that tape measure, that hose, that fall's about 6 inches deep. And I'm not going to close this hole up yet, all right? That quarter is sitting right down in there in the fall there. You see that shiny stuff in that hole right there. Now, I'm not going to close this hole up just yet. We'll close it up and sweep both of these machines, okay? Multi-part 1. I'll even go over here and ground balance this thing. All right? You hear anything on that machine telling you that quarter's down there? Now the fall is on the left, the quarter's on the right. That's sweeping across the top of the ground with a hole open. You see that meter? Multi-beach wet. Uh-oh, look at there. See that? Now, turn this machine off. I'll turn this Equinox on. I'm not going to ground balance it because it's not going to really help this test any. This ground ain't that hot. Part 1, default settings, 50 tones. You see that meter? 29 pops in that window, high tone. All right? We're closing this hole up. I guess everybody thinks closing this hole up is going to make that legend do better, huh? You see that right there? Let me lay my yardstick down here so I don't lose this. It's down there, okay? Hole is closed up. Equinox. Okay, so I'm getting 23 ID, okay? Let's see what we get with this thing. 23 ID, just shy of dime ID. What do we get with this legend? Let me get out of this ground balance. Okay. Multi-part 1. All right, that's a good ground balance right there, okay? You see that meter? A nickel on this machine reads 26, okay? A solo nickel. What do you see in that meter on that machine right there? Okay, multi-beach wet. Now, a quarter reads 50 on this machine solo. Let's see what we get here. Getting 43, okay? So we're getting a lot better ID on beach wet than we are part multi 1, okay? That's 6 inches deep. Now, I have disturbed the dirt some there, okay? Now, this is not declared a sanitary site either. I can't tell you what is around here. But you can clearly see a distinct difference between multi-part 1 and multi-wet on this machine. Now, what I'll do is I'll turn off this legend. Okay, now I did a test earlier showing part 2. Well, let's see what part 2 buys us on this little specimen here in the ground. Okay, part 1, again. $22.23. When I go over here to part 2, what do I get? Oh, look at there. See that? Single digit ID. You would never dig that for a high conductive coin, would you? Never. That's hovering that quarter, boys. 4, 5, and 6 in the window, okay? So, you know, you all can say whatever you want about my testing. The testing I do shows tendencies. And you can see the tendencies on this buried target here are paralleled with the test that I have showed elevated above the ground, okay? Hope you enjoyed. Actually, let this camera run. Because there'll always be some clown, you know, that says, oh, sharpshooter's pulling tricks and pulling legs. There's the fall. And there's the quarter. See the quarter right there? And I'm not even sure that quarter was laying flat in there, okay? But you see it there and you see the fall. Okay? I hope you enjoyed.